In this lesson, we're going to continue our discussion on big idea number 2. So how does bonding and intermolecular forces affect the properties of a substance? And we're going to start working on learning target number 4. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to draw the proper Lewis diagram for any chemical that I give you. Let's start off by reviewing how to draw a Lewis diagram for ionic compounds. Write this down on the back side of a note or on a scrap sheet of paper. Let's use magnesium chloride as our example. I would first start by writing down the symbol of the element, and I would check the periodic table by looking at the group number to figure out how many valence electrons magnesium has. Magnesium's in group 2, so I place 2 dots. Now for chlorine, I would do the same thing. Cl is in group 17, so I need 7 dots on my diagram. Now, because the electronegativity difference is so great between these two atoms, and tip off, I've got a metal and a non-metal, I'm going to draw arrows showing that magnesium is going to donate its electron to chlorine. Now you notice that magnesium still has 1 electron. I need another chlorine to accept that electron in order to make a stable ionic compound. To finish off this diagram, I need to put the charges on. So magnesium has lost 2 electrons, so it will be a 2 plus charge, whereas chlorine has gained an electron, so each chlorine will have a 1 minus charge. The key to remember whenever you have an ionic compound is to draw arrows showing the transfer of electrons and to put full charges. When drawing a Lewis diagram for molecular compounds, there are some differences. Let's say, for example, we draw oxygen molecule O2. So I would start by drawing an oxygen. It's in group 16, so it needs 6 dots. I'd need another oxygen. Because each oxygen has 6 electrons, it will want to share 2 to get 8 total. What I would do to show those 2 electrons sharing, I would draw a circle around each pair of electrons that are shared. Now, the electron pairs that I've circled, those are known as bonding pairs. And the electrons that are on the atom that are in pairs that are not shared, those are known as lone pairs. Now, because the electrons are shared, I need to check the electronegativity difference. Well, it's an O and an O, so it's 0. Now, if one atom was stronger than the other, then I would put a slight negative charge on it. Remember the symbol for slight? It's kind of a S, squiggly S. So this is how you do slight charges. So remember, when you're doing a molecular compound, you draw circles, showing sharing. And you either have no charges or slight charges. In the note today, I'm going to teach you a method to get the Lewis diagram for a molecular compound. That's more complicated than you can piece together on your own. Up till now, you've just been using trial and error, moving the atoms around in your head, piecing them together in order so that they have 8 electrons being shared. Now, to get your brains warmed up, what I want you to do is just draw a Lewis dot diagram for this molecular compound here. So take a carbon, 2 hydrogens, and an oxygen and piece them together to make a structure that's stable. Do this on the back of the note or a scrap sheet of paper, and what we'll do is I'll take you through the 5-step method and we'll compare our diagrams just to prove to you that the method works.